What's up, y'all? We're back here. It's your girl, Taylor Wayland.
It's your girl, Genesee Iman.
And we've got a special guest here on Let's Be Real today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Theseus.
Theseus, who are you for people who don't know who you are?
I do everything. Like, I rap, I produce, I engineer myself. Yeah, I'm just an artist.
All around.
Yeah. So, where can they find you at?
SoundCloud. That's pretty much it right now. I'm working on the other stuff.
What's about your name? Ad and stuff?
Oh, yeah. I'm just Theseus. Theseus.
Okay, great. So glad to have you on the show today, y'all. Yeah. Like we said, we about to get into some real hot topics. We was talking about on our last segment mental health. Are you happy and stuff? And feel free to call up here at any time, y'all, about anything that we're talking about at 678-466-5483. I'm gonna say that one more time. It's 678-466-5483. Y'all, okay, now we're about to go ahead and get into these midterms. Tomorrow, y'all, is the day of reckoning. The midterm elections, 2018, for Georgia's gubernatorial race.
Yes.
How's everybody feeling?
I'm feeling good, but I'm not even going to lie. I know y'all probably going to be mad at me. And I know you gonna be mad at me, Nene. I know you gonna be mad at me.
Okay, hurt my feelings.
But I ain't vote yet. And I'm voting tomorrow.
Okay, great. As long as you go tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's fine. But you're gonna be in a very long line. I just want you to know. It's okay. Yeah.
That sucks. But they said I work tomorrow, though, till 5. But they said it closed at 7.
I don't know what time it closed, but just make sure that you get out and just do it. Right. It's not gonna take you long.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be in that line. Hopefully it's not cold. I don't know. Yeah. I might grab somebody else who ain't vote yet and tell them to come over.
You should. You definitely should.
But I would have to find somebody who ain't vote yet. But I feel good about it. I feel great about it. I noticed that I seen on social media that they were trying to pull the crazy card on her, talking about she cheated or hacked in the system and stuff. Like, okay, now
it's like, to me, it looks like it's like a trickle-down effect. I don't know the proper word for it, but with the Republicans anyway, it's just a bunch of propaganda from what I can see.
Yeah, fear-based tactics.
Fear-based.
And you can obviously see that's what they're running on. All of the campaigns that they run, they always talking about Stacey Abrams.
Yeah.
I can't remember one except for his first one, the first one that he let out when he was running first. Right. But everything they do, they just come for her. And it's aggressive, and it's just based out of white fear. And that's exactly, we keeping it real, and that's exactly what it is. Yeah. It's based off of white fear. Yeah. And I understand why, but that's keeping it too real for this show.
Like, she's going to be the first black governor of Georgia, right?
First black female governor of the whole country. First black governor of Georgia.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, but first black female governor of the whole country. So
I didn't even notice the significance. Wow.
But it's crazy because it is that, but that shouldn't be the main focus. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, Obama was the first black president, but I felt like that shouldn't have been the hot topic. We should still be focusing on what they believe in, because you can still be black. Ben Carson is black, and that man is all type of wrong. So it's like,
he couldn't have got in the White House if it was just black people. Right. Like, we don't make up that much of, like, a huge portion of the population.
Minorities do. Minorities together, just not black people, but Hispanics. And
I mean, based off these statistics I got, Stacey Abrams most of her base is African American, with like over 80% African American, and she's tied almost with Kemp, 84%. Yeah. So we got some power.
Yeah, we do.
The numbers might not be there, but if we all get out,
it's just like, I think she's really winning as far as using all her resources, like her registering those people. What did she say? The people in jails and stuff like that, registering them, like, telling them, like, exercise your right, and nobody's ever kind of used that resource, you know what I'm saying? And that's smart, because there's so many of us, colored people, who, unfortunately, either because we deserve it or not, most times not, we're in there, and it's like, nobody ever counts their vote or listens to their voice. So she went in there and was like, you know what, I'm gonna register these people, and it was like, oh, bet, voting.
Black people, period, because I know a lot of black people didn't vote in the 2016 election because a lot of people, period, didn't vote in the 2016 election, but black people, because they just felt like the representation was not there.
Yeah. But I honestly feel like another reason why I'm really messing with Stacey, I don't want to call her back first. I mean,
homegirl,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I was about to say, though.
She's so transparent.
It just feels like she just feel like an auntie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she got them auntie vibes, and I like that. I feel like when I can see somebody representing, where I'm from, and I can feel that feeling with you. Like, I'm not. You ever spoken to someone in authority and feel like kind of belittled or feel like you shouldn't even approach them? But when I feel like I can approach you and I can relate to you, it makes me feel 10 times better.
That's what anything is. If you're approachable, you're automatically going to be better.
Personable.
Yeah, more personable.
Yeah.
But y'all, I wanted to talk about the electronic voting system that we have in Georgia. If you didn't know, for those people who don't know, because I don't think a lot of people know this, Georgia is one of the 5 states, I believe, out of the whole country that has an election-based system completely on electronic. No paper, nothing. It's all electronic. And although we may think, oh, that's cool, because, technology is advancing. We use computers for everything already. The machines that we have in place for the voting now, if you've been to the polls, you know what they look like. They're very outdated. And that's one of the main problems with the machines is that they are so outdated.
Yes.
They started implementing electronic voting machines in 2002 after they passed the Help America Vote Act, and that was after the infamous 2000 election when George Bush stole the election in Florida because of the recount
and got
paper
away with
ballots, and got away with it because his brother was the governor. So
that's
we're keeping it real. But after that, Georgia was the first one to hop on the wave. And I feel like they're using that flawed system. It's many things wrong with it, y'all.
Many things.
Many things. They're outdated.
They're not doing anything about it for a reason.
Of course not, because they're trying to steal the election. But the machines are, like I said, they're outdated. There is a security flaw in the system itself that could be easily penetrated, and it's been tested on by multiple people, one person, and y'all can go look this up on Google. The information is there, but it's been investigated on by multiple agencies and organizations, the flaw in the system and how it can be easily penetrated. And I think it's just so ironic how now he's talking about hacking with this information coming out to the public like it is, when you've been sued by multiple organizations for voter suppression, and most of the people who you have unregistered or purged completely is African American minority people. So then that just makes it even worse. It's racially biased completely, and the fact that he's sitting still as the Secretary of State while he's running in the election is blasphemous. Like, how in the F are you going to be overseeing an election that you're running? Nobody's gonna say that's a conflict of interest.
Right.
That's
like you know how to be. You know how we were in high school, and that teacher had that one student to help grade the test, and you took the test, and you like, how you gonna grade the test that you took? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can easily erase some, bubble some,
easily be sabotaged.
Right.
Like, I remember one time I was taking the test. This was at Woodland, and this girl gave me a 25 or something.
What?
I got a 75, which still ain't that good. But yeah,
I don't know. I'm like, you can easily do so much, and the fact that there's so many things wrong with the whole campaign, the whole scheme of it. It's like money being involved in it. That's totally wrong. Like, it really comes down to who got the most money to campaign themselves the hardest.
But it's also that and fear. I feel like Kemp has most of his votes from older white men in Georgia who are scared. And they're very, very scared. And Kemp himself has professed that he is scared of Stacey Abrams getting so much support from black people. He hasn't said it directly, black people, but he said it's an unprecedented number of, you know what I'm saying? So it's implied.
It's like you can only pick at somebody so long before you get a reaction out of them. It's like we as black people, we like, you know, we see all this stuff happen to us. You see it on the news, like it's not just black people. It's everybody who's like in the urban environment or in that type of minorities too. Like so, like you can't expect us to just sit and watch all this stuff happen to us. Like especially in this country where we pride ourselves so much on democracy, and we watch people take advantage of the fact that you can pay to get somebody's vote, like, or you can do so much to suppress, like y'all said earlier, our democracy. Like I was talking about this earlier. I'm like, when with the last presidential election, I felt like that was like the worst display of our democracy that we had ever seen.
It was, and that's why I think we're coming 10 times harder, because it's like it kind of woke us up. Like, whoa, we need to stop playing around.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like because it is so close, and I think the polls last time I checked, Kemp was leading by not that much, but it's very, very, very tight. Like one vote could shift it type thing. But I do feel, and I stand firm when I say this, y'all. Due to the information that I have received, if Kemp wins this election, he stole it. Period. Like there's no way. If you've already, in 2016 they sued him for voter suppression and purging over 340,000 and letting him oversee it, and then y'all, it's so ironic. It's a setup. It's so ironic that if he would win, that it couldn't just be off of a fair election. Especially if we know how the country is right now. It's so divided, and people are tired of being scared. People are tired of being angry. People are tired of being divided and being hostile.
People are tired of seeing people in positions that don't represent themselves.
And that too. And he definitely don't represent anybody in this room right now. In fact, if you look at how he treats, and I'm going to say black people because this is what I've seen, black women specifically. If you watch the first debate that he did with Stacey Abrams and how he treated the prompter when she was talking to him, that is when he recently got interviewed by, I can't remember the news organization, but it was a black female, and it was at one of his rallies or whatever he was doing, and he was just being very aggressive with her, pointing his finger at her, getting all up in her face, like, why do you feel that comfortable to walk up on that woman like that? And I know you ain't gonna do it to no white woman, period. I ain't seen it yet, so let's keep it real.
It's just like I already knew eventually, you know, as people of color, and I'd like to say minorities, because I have a lot of friends who are of minority, and they're just they share a lot of the same problems that we as black people have, and we don't realize that because everything seems like black, white, but there's also the Hispanics are heavily involved in all the stuff that's going on right now, especially with him. Yes, and it's just like. It's just like like you said, how being poked so much. It's like obviously that eventually it's gonna be game on.
Cause and effect.
Yeah, it's gonna be game on, and I feel like at this point it's game on because we're tired. We're tired for so long, and everybody's getting stronger and more comfortable with themselves to speak up and use their rights and utilize their resources. So now it's like, no, like we know what we can do, what we can't do, and we know what you're doing is not right, and we know we have the right to say something about it. Yep. So
and that's exactly what it is. But y'all call up here and let us know what you think. How do y'all feel? Who you voted for? Are you gonna go vote? Call us up 678-466-5483. Again, that is 678-466-5483. Y'all call us up. Let us know what you think. Because there's a lot of craziness going on in this world, and I just don't see it going anywhere forward with Kemp in office.
Right. It's definitely not. But I just, like you said, if he wins, then it's going to be a rude awakening in Georgia. And then it's just going to be so unbelievable that he won.
No, I believe it to be believable. That's why I said if he win, he definitely stole it because of... And now you're talking about hacking. Right. And I've heard...
You're the one who's...
Exactly. You're hacking. Like, how you going to be the pioneer?
It's like I had just seen this article the other day about this dude. Like he was like a really like
we're going to take a break, y'all. We're going to come right back. It's Let's Be Real with Tay and Jen. And
know.
Theseus.
All right.